Moin ihr Lieben, David hier von Musikproduktiv, live von unserer eigenen Hausmesse 2019. Wir befinden uns hier, wie man unschwer erkennen kann, bei Gretsch, Charvel und Jackson auf dem Stand. Neben mir steht Adam, grüß dich, hi.
Yeah. Hi, how are you doing?
Just fine. I mean, best a fair party yesterday, you know, but...
Yeah, but it was a very good fun party, but almost too much fun.
Just slightly. Okay. Wie ihr schon mitbekommt, Adam ist Engländer, wir machen das Ganze entsprechend auf Englisch, wir switchen jetzt und er zeigt uns mal ein bisschen, was sie am Stand hier so mitgebracht haben, was es vielleicht ein paar Neuigkeiten gibt. So, we want to start with Gretsch, or?
Let's have a look at some of the models we actually launched back in summer at the Summer NAMM show over in Nashville. We have these new updated Electromatic series center block guitars, which have, well, let me show you here. So they're the double cutaway design, and these are thin line guitars, so they have a center block down the middle. Our center block is spruce, and it's chambered as well, so it gives a bit more lightweight, but also gives it more air moving inside the guitar. So you get that tonality of a hollow body guitar, as well as the feedback resistance of the center block, which is really important to a lot of people who want to use higher gain sounds and a bit of distortion or overdrive. We've also got on here our new Broadtron pickups. So these are the black top Broadtron pickups. We have various different types of Broadtron pickups depending on the level of the guitar. So these are our black top Broadtrons. They have a slightly wider magnetic field than regular Filtertrons, so they have a fuller sound, but still maintaining the clarity that you get from a classic Filtertron Gretsch pickup. We've got the Bixby, of course, on there, which we have on many of our guitars. It's kind of synonymous with Gretsch to a certain extent. And our control layout here, we've got the master volume, and then a volume per pickup, and then a master tone. And the master volume's got a treble bleed on it, so you don't lose any of the top end when you roll it down. And it's a really good setup because it means you can balance out the levels of your both pickups to your favorite sweet spot, and then you don't have to touch it again. You never lose that position. You just turn it up and down here. So it's really versatile and useful setup. Thumbnail inlays, again, classic Gretsch aesthetics with the late 50s style headstock bound, and with a Graphtec Newbone nut on there as well. This one's finished in the metallic Georgia green, which is really lovely colour. We also have on the stand here at the moment, we have the dark cherry metallic, and it's also available in aspen green and orange, classic Gretsch orange, because you have to. So what we also released at the Summer NAMM show is again the update of our double cutaway solid body guitars. I'll just grab one down.
What's the retail price for this one?
Oh, I'll have to just double check. They are €899.
So it's a bang for the buck.
Yes, it's the Electromatic range are our sort of mid-range guitars, so they're really good value for money. You have Streamliners, then Electromatic, and then the Professional collection. So it's good, better, best. That's how we kind of arrange it. This is also part of the Electromatic collection. This is what we call our solid body guitar, and I say what we call because they're not really solid. All Gretsch solid body guitars are actually chambered. Again, because the classic Gretsch sound is all about air moving within the guitar, the body, to get that full, throaty kind of sound that you associate with Gretsch. So this one is, again, the double cutaway style, which was introduced first back in 1962. And we have on this one, it's got the blacktop Filtertron pickups. So the last one had the Broadtron, this is the blacktop Filtertron pickups. So again, that narrower sort of coil, you get a bit more bite, a bit more cut, a bit more top end. And really lovely clarity when you're playing clean, but also when you're distorted, you get a lot of note separation, really clear sound. Again, with the Bixby on this one. And it's really just, yeah, all the features are the same, really, apart from the solid body aspect, with the bound headstock and so forth. This one's finished in a really lovely deep cherry metallic finish all over. And this is also available, we have the gold one here, we're also available in Tahiti red, which is a really bright sort of orangey red colour, and blue finish as well, metallic blue. So that's a nice little range of colours for that guitar.
Do they also feature the treble bleed?
Yes, they do, on the master volume, yes. And they're mahogany bodies and maple caps, I should say. Mahogany neck, mahogany body, maple cap, classic sort of setup for this style of guitar for the great tone. But again, as I say, chambered. All our solid bodies are chambered, so.
Cool.
That's that. We could move on to Charvel now. I think a year or so ago we introduced the Charvel DK24s, which had obviously 24 frets. The DK means dinky. It's a dinky body shape. and they're made in our Mexican factory. And they were the first of our Charvels to feature the Goto 2-point trem. I say the first. Guthrie Govan has his model, which has that, but this is the first kind of production model to have the 2-point trem, which a lot of people have been asking for. And we, at the first instance, we introduced the HSS version and the HSH version. And so at the last Summer NAMM, we introduced the HH version. Again, a lot of people have been asking for. We have a couple of them here. Sunburst variety. So sunburst over older body. And again, so you've got the 2-point Goto trem on there. And you've got these custom Seymour Duncan pickups, which are a distortion at the bridge and a Alnico 2 Pro at the neck. And they're custom because they have these matte finishes, so kind of sandblasted matte finish, which you can't buy off the shelf. So it just gives it a little bit of a unique look. Master volume, master tone, 5-way switch, so you get all your coil tapping options in between. And on those coil tapping options, where you get the inner 2 coils when you're in the middle, for example, this little switch here does a series parallel. So you can get really like an in-between stratty kind of sound, or you can get a much fuller humbuckery kind of sound. So lots of tonality variation there. Of course, that only works when you're tapping the humbucker, so it's only in the middle 3 positions. And the outer positions are just full humbucker and full humbucker.
So very versatile sound-wise.
Incredibly versatile. This guitar basically does it all. It's been the first 2 models really got great reviews, and this one is looking to have the same as well. What they will have as well and which is really good value and everyone seems to love at the moment, is the caramelized maple neck, really fashionable at the moment, or baked or torrefied or whatever you want to call it. But what it does do is, our necks, Charvel and Jackson actually, they all graphite reinforced, so they're all really solid anyway in terms of tuning stability. But this just takes it over the next level. This is not really going to be affected by weather or climate change. It's like really, I don't mean the climate change. I mean just if you're moving from one place to another. It's just a super stable neck in terms of tuning. So that's kind of what baking caramelizing process does to it. Just takes the moisture out to keep it really stable. Plus gives it this really nice look. 24 frets, jumbo frets on there. With Graphtec Tusk XL nut, locking tuners, really lovely dressed away heel there. So there's very little resistance to going up all the way up to the top fret. And we've got this cool little reversed jack plate here, so you can go around the strap and everything. Yeah, so just really cool. And that's in Sunburst, obviously, and we have a black one there as well. And of course, we have the other variants. There's a HSS over there in the satin primer grey. We've got an orange one up there, and that's an HSH one. And then we also satin pink and loads of different colours. So lots of choice, but all super versatile. While we're here, probably just mention this satchel, just because it kind of, you can't help but notice it.
Steel Panther.
Yeah, if I can get it off the pan. So of course we signed up Satchel beginning of last year as a new Charvel signature artist, and we originally released the guitar in a yellow Bengal tiger stripe, and then we sort of followed that up. We brought out this version, which is kind of the one he's been using mostly on stage. It's the green Bengal tiger stripe. It's essentially the same specs as the yellow one, except the pickups on this one are uncovered. So you've got the open coil there, and with these custom colours on there, so they match the guitar.
But they are the same Fishman Fluence, or?
Yes, exactly, the same pickups as on the other guitar, the Fishman Fluence, but without the covers on. And they still have the switch there, so do different voicings. You've got, if you keep it down, it's just classic kind of PAF style voicing, and when you pull that up, it's a hot rodded PAF in the bridge, and just a really clean, crisp, clear tone on the neck. And yeah, just a real funky guitar. Just thought I'd mention it because, you know, why not? It's an eye-catching thing, and same as the band are, Steel Panther. So.
But it plays beautifully and it sounds really good.
It really does, yeah. It's made in the same factory as our DK24s, so the quality is exactly the same as those, i.e. very, very good, very high-end quality.
And especially for the price.
Yes, exactly. So this one will be, I'll just remind myself, it's $12.49 at full retail MSRP, so you'd probably find a little deal somewhere around the place, so there we go. Yeah, very cool.
Should we move over, or?
What should we look at next? Oh, we could look at the EVH 5150 series. EVH brand, obviously Eddie Van Halen's brand, but when he started the brand, it was very much all about the guitars specifically that he played and amplifiers specifically that he played. But the range has really expanded out now to encompass loads of different styles and ways that people play. So it's not just for Eddie Van Halen fans, it's for everyone. It's really super versatile guitars. So originally we released sort of a tribute guitar to him. It was a 5150 guitar, and it had the red, black and white stripes on and so forth, and it had 5150 written there, and it was really a tribute to the one he'd used famously back in the 80s. But then what we've done is we've taken that body shape and headstock shape and expanded it out to be a regular line of guitars with some regular finishes. And they're just really cool, super versatile, and much more versatile, as I said, than just Eddie Van Halen songs, and it can be used for hard rock, heavy metal, but also for function players and session musicians, that sort of thing, because of the versatility. So these ones are equipped with the Floyd Rose. The Floyd Rose is flat to the body, so there's no up bending, which means if you break a string, it doesn't go out of tune and so forth. So that's pretty practical. They're fitted with a D tuner as well. Yeah, so you're going to drop down from E to D, or however you're tuned, you'll drop down a tone. 22 frets with the truss rod adjuster at the end, and again, as with our Charvel and Jackson guitars, they're graphite reinforced and compound radius, which is 12 to 16 inch radius. Got the selector switch there, classic selector. These are pretty cool. This is the Eddie Van Halen, the EVH pots here. So the volume pot is a very low friction, so you can do volume swells really easily, and the tone pot is high friction, so you don't knock it out of place once you set it. EVH pickups, and that's it really. It's got, this one is matte army drab, which is one of Eddie's favourite colours, but we also have it in the the satin primer grey finish, and it's also available in a gloss rocket red, which is a really bright, in-your-face red orangey colour. And then there's two versions which have the quilt maple tops as well. So quilt maple top, the matching headstock. This one's a blue burst, and the other one is a tobacco burst, I believe. But otherwise, apart from the top, it's the same features, but with a ebony fretboard. So yeah, really, really cool guitars, well worth checking out. And they've been super popular during this show, actually. Lots of people picking them up and playing them through these EVH amps we've got here. Yeah, and I think that's it. I think just for a bit of fun, we can mention the Minions here. Our Minion guitars are seasonal products. We bring them out every like once a year around Christmas time because they are that sort of product, and they're great fun. I've got one. I know a lot of people have got them who are professional guitarists as well as beginners, and so the reason they're good for beginners is because they're tiny. This one happens to be a dinky as well, so it's a tiny dinky. And that's why we call them the Minions. So really cool, fun little guitars. A 22-inch scale length, so really close together frets and low string tension, so really easy for beginners. But also for advanced players, you could tune it up, say to G or something, to get the string tension back up, and just use it as just a travel guitar or something textural in a recording even. It would just be, they're just fun to have. As you can see, very small body on there. Two humbucking pickups, Jackson high output pickups, hardtail bridge, simple setup, just a three-way switch with the volume and the tone. It's got a little dressed away heel. It's got the angle back headstock. It does have the reinforcement, the graphite reinforcement in the neck again, but not a compound radius. It's just a 12-inch radius on this, which is pretty, standard. And the reason we've got them here is because they're available in white with maple fingerboard for the first time. The other colours vary. They've all got rosy fingerboards. No, these days amaranth fingerboards, and they're available in purples and greens and pinks and all sorts of colours. Yeah, and we have, so that's the dinky, and we have the bass there, the concert bass in the same finish with the P and jazz bass pickups, and then the gentleman over there is playing the little Rhodes Minion, which is the small version of our famous V-shaped guitar from Randy Rhodes.
So what's the scale length on this one?
The bass is 20, you could quote me, I think 29 inches. Yeah, so it's much shorter than a regular bass, of course. And again, I've got one of them as well. They're great fun to play.
When I played this the first one for the first time, I was kind of blown away because it plays really beautifully, and especially for the price again.
Well, exactly, yeah. So yeah, 170 euros on this one at full retail, and yeah, like with most Jacksons, the key is the performance. They're high performance guitars, and they all have been, including little guitars like this, which are basically for beginners or just for fun. They're still going to be high performance instruments. So yeah, that's where we go.
That's it.
That's it for now.
So Adam, thanks a lot.
No worries.
I wish you very nice last day on our fair, and I hope we meet again.
Yes, definitely. This time next year, if not before. All right.
So, ihr Lieben, das heißt, wir verabschieden uns. Macht's gut, bis zum nächsten Mal. Ciao.